Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the channel. You're watching Game Watch Live. Got a live watch along with the Premier League game between Liverpool and Brighton from Anfield today. Should be an interesting game, this because, as we've seen from Liverpool, we just don't know which Liverpool team's going to turn up. Is it going to be the team that turned up against Milan in the Champions League in midweek, or is it going to be the Leeds that have the game against Leeds, where they had so many defensive frailties? We just don't know, but we shall see. It should be an interesting game. So, thank you for joining us. Hope you had a good day and hope you're going to enjoy the watch along. Get involved with the chat if you want to. The chat is now open. Just make sure if you've got anything you want to say about this game, anything. Yep, the chat is now open for you to get your thoughts in about the game, or if you've got nothing to say about the game, just give us a score prediction. Be interesting to see what everybody thinks. And while we're doing that, let's take a quick look at the two teams. So we'll start with Liverpool first, and Arne Slot's gone for a 4-2-3-1 formation. Alisson Becker is in goal. Right back will be Gomez. Kanate, right hand side of the defence. Van Dijk on the left as usual, and Kerkez will be left back. Gravenberch and Jones will be the two holding midfielders. Szoboszlai, McAllister and Wirtz will look to get up front whenever they can in support of Ekitike. Now, looking at the Liverpool substitutes, we shall see that Mo Salah is back in the side. I thought he'd burnt his bridges, but he must have made it up with the manager because he's back in the side now. It'll be his last game before he goes off to the African Cup of Nations. So it'll be interesting to see whether he gets on or not. Isak is also in the subs there, so he's fit. I'm surprised he hasn't continued, but Ekitike has been scoring the goals, and so he's favoured today. Looking at the Brighton setup, that's also a 4-2-3-1 for Fabian Herzler. So it'll be Verbruggen in goal. The right back will be Wiefer, Van Heck and Dunk will be the central defenders, and the left back will be Kadioglu. Baleba and Hinchelwood will anchor the midfield with Minte, Gruda and Gomez up front in support of Rutte. Looking at the subs, Welbeck is in there, but he's not favoured today. I'm not sure whether it will be Rutte who will play up front, and maybe playing as a false nine is Rutte, but he's not known as a goal scorer. Welbeck is there to be brought on if he's needed. Mitoma as well on James Milner. We haven't seen much of him this season yet. Maybe he'll get on a game against his old side. We shall see. But that's the two sides.
Right, I'm just gonna get where's the key? Where's the key? I'm just going to get the
Key should be on. Is it on the small table or is it on the?
right. I'm just gonna pick him out now.
All right. So, as I was saying, that's the two teams that have been selected for this game with a little over 7.5, 8 minutes to kick off.
Wait a minute, huh? Wait a minute.
Just trying to get the channel tuned in. Make sure I've got the right channel first. That's what I'll do, just to make sure. Because I don't want it cutting out on me. Just bear with me till I get what I think is the right channel, and then we'll take it from there. Maybe that was the right channel. Go back to it.
Wait, mommy. Go, let's go. We're gonna deliver the card. Go. Wait, mommy, huh?
Right, I think we've got the right channel now, so all ready to go. So join us in the chat if you want to. Let us know your thoughts on the game that we've got ahead of us here with a little over 6 minutes to kick off. Looking forward to this one. It's one thing for certain, it's not going to be an easy game for Liverpool. There's no Brighton are a stubborn side and are doing okay in the Premier League at the moment. If we look at the two sides and just have a look at a few of the stats that we've got for these two sides, we'll just bring it along a bit. Let's just take a look at the tables.
Where's the key, Daddy? I know, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Just use mine for now, we'll find it later.
Go, let's go.
So looking at the league as it stands at the moment, Liverpool standing 10th position on 23 points. Pretty average for the last 6 games, drawn 2, won 2, lost 2. Brighton are above in 8th position on 23 points, so they're up there just on the goal difference, but Brighton's slightly better in the last 6 games, having won 3, drawn 2 and lost only the 1. I think this game's got draw for me written all over it, but we shall see. There's one thing for certain, that it's Liverpool want to close the gap. They're only 10 points behind Arsenal. I know it's a lot, and you're relying on Arsenal dropping a lot of points and Liverpool going on some sort of run that won on the league last season. You can't see that really happening with Liverpool at the moment, but you never know. If they can hit a bit of form, they are capable. They're a team capable of doing that. But 10 points is a lot, but they've got to keep winning and hope that Arsenal drop points like they did last week. Now, let's have a look at the fixtures for today as well, because there's other games kicking off at this time as well, and we're going to keep an eye on those scores. And those will be Chelsea and Everton as a 3 o'clock kickoff, and the Liverpool-Brighton, as we know, we're going to watch along. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Burnley and Fulham, a real relegation battle. I mean, Fulham are just above the relegation places. Burnley are firmly entrenched in them. And that's a 5:30 kickoff. And Arsenal against Wolves is an 8 o'clock kickoff. Can't really see Arsenal dropping any points there, can you? Wolves got only 2 points all season. And they got a good pumping against Manchester United on their own ground on Monday, 4-1. And you could see a cricket score coming here for Arsenal, couldn't you? But stranger things have happened. We shall see. Teams are just coming out onto the pitch, so we're not far off kickoff now. I don't expect them to be out at 4 minutes to go, but they are out. Still got a chance to get your score prediction in. I've gone for a draw. I think it'd probably be a high scoring draw. I would think a 2-2 draw. Let's quickly go over the teams again before this game gets underway. So it's Alisson in goal for Liverpool, and Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Gravenberch, Jones, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Wirtz and Ekitike. And for Brighton, it's Verbruggen, Wiefer, Van Hecke, Dunk, Kadioglu, Baleba, Hinchelwood, Minte, Gruder, Gomez and Rutte. That's the 2 teams. Both play in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Be interesting to see who comes out on top. You might fancy Liverpool with them just being at home, giving them the edge, but I've gone for a 2-2 because Brighton have made a stand of stuff nowadays. Yeah, only a few minutes from kickoff. Looks like Liverpool are going to be playing in their all red kit, and it looks like Brighton are playing in a sort of like a mauve. It's not a purple, it's not a deep purple, it's a mauve colour. Brighton, I've not seen them in that kit before, but it must be one of their away kits. Thanks to everyone who's watching so far. If you want to get your score prediction in, let us know. You've heard mine. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. If you think that's completely off the mark, let me know. Let me know what you think. It'd be interesting to hear your score prediction just before the game gets underway. We're not far off now with Georgino Rutter being up front. I can't see him being the lone striker up there. I'm surprised that Danny Welbeck's not up there. Been scoring goals for fun. Been just slight talk about him maybe getting into the England side, but he's got a lot of good strikers in front of him before. If he's going to get into that England side, he's just got to keep scoring. Got to keep being in that Brighton side and keep scoring to get himself noticed. And at the moment, he's not. So I've said Liverpool all in red and Brighton all in mauve as the two teams just get into their huddle before the game gets underway. As You'll Never Walk Alone blasts out around the Anfield. And more Salah there, sat in the sub seats, a smile on his face. Brighton are going to kick off this game from left to right in their all mauve kit. Still, You'll Never Walk Alone. A few fans in the crowd showing some solidarity for Mo Salah with the scarves there. Just waiting for the referee to give the okay to kick off, and he does, and we are away. Goes all the way back to Verbruggen, and then he drives it long left. Heads are up. Kante misses it. Konate, should I say. Then it's pumped forward all the way to Dunk. He turns towards his own goal and then passes it all the way back to Verbruggen, who gives Dunk it back. Plays a little ball inside, and Dunk is going to be put under pressure by Jones. Verbruggen has to drive it out on the right-hand side. It's Liverpool pressing early. Throw to Liverpool, taken quickly to Jones. Wirtz is putting pressure on. It's Minte who's cleared it high in the air. Into Gomez, and it's a shot and it's a score already. Liverpool are ahead, and it's Kitike. Less than 50 seconds, and Brighton have gone a goal behind, and it's all their own fault because they got pressed in their own box. He tried to clear a ball from Minte, but he only got it across his own area to the left-hand side. And I think it was Gomez that got in and won the header, and the ball bounced into the box to Ekitike. It was all on his own, and he just smashed it past the keeper into the top of the net. I'll see that again. Minte, left-footed. It goes across his box. It doesn't go very far. Gomez wins the header into Ekitike on the penalty spot, and he swiveled on it and then smashed it past Verbruggen into the top of the net. That's a great start for Liverpool. That's brave by Gomez over the top of Verbruggen. It's brave from Gomez because he almost got his head knocked off there, but that's a great head. It's a great finish by Ekitike. What a start. What a start for Liverpool. Van Dijk has the ball now, spreads it wide to Konate. He gives it to Gomez, but it's out for a throw. That's poor by Konate there. Don't know what's wrong with the scoreboard. It's not putting the score up for some reason. But I can assure you it is 1-0. There we go. Van Dijk has the ball now in his own half. Gets it through to Curtis Jones. Ekitike now into Wirtz on this left-hand side, the near side. Jones goes back to Kerkez, and Gravenberg just short of the halfway line spreads it to the right-hand side. It's Kanate gives it back to Gravenberch in the centre circle now. Gives it to Jones. Jones gives it inside to Wirtz. Wirtz goes back to Van Dijk. Little pass to the left-hand side to Jones, moving forward. Then comes back and then goes back to Van Dijk. Still in his own area. He was thinking about passing it across the back four to Kanate, but decided better of it and went back to Alisson. Jones now goes forward. A long ball down the line. It's a good one if Kerkez can make it. And there was just a bit of curl on it that took it away from Kerkez and out for a throw. Absolutely, what a start. Ball goes long down the left-hand side for Brighton. It's put out by Kanate. Throw goes back to the halfway line to Dunk. He's got Van Hecke supporting him in the centre circle. He gets it to Van Hecke. Back to Dunk. Liverpool, you can see, are actually putting the press on all the time. They've won the ball back again on the right-hand side now. Ball's played across. It's Dunk who intercepts it, though. Can Verbruggen keep it in? He just about did, though. It was Zoboslai who got the cross in, but it was intercepted at the near post. Dunk, right-footed, goes long. Looking for the run of Minty. Minty's going to get it right in the corner. Kerkez has got his arms round him. Minty showing a bit of strength. Wirtz is supporting him and actually toe ends the ball out for a throw. It's in long throw territory if they've got a long thrower. It's going to be taken by Vifa now. He gets it inside. Rutter battling for it. Jones went down. No foul given. Zoboslai's in there as well. Minty has it now. He's going to have a shot. It's blocked by Van Dijk. Comes out to Vifa. Vifa has to go back to the halfway line to Van Hecke. He spreads it across to Dunk in the centre circle, going left. It's brought inside and given back to Van Hecke. Centrally leaves it inside to Rutter. Rutter is deep. He's not playing as the front one. Ball comes out now. Ekitike coming down the left-hand side. He's got two with him. Loses the ball, but Wirtz wins the loose ball, gives it back to Kerkez on the halfway line. Jones seeing plenty of the ball in these first few minutes. Has the ball now. Spreads it to the right to Kanate. Kanate plays the ball down the inside left channel. It's intercepted, but it comes out to Jones again. Jones plays it inside to Gravenberch. Gravenberch coming through the inside left channel, plays the ball inside. It was McAllister, but the ball was just under his feet and he just couldn't get out of his feet to be able to have a good swing at it. And it was a bit of a scuffed shot that Verbruggen easily saved. Wasn't even on target. Van Hecke now goes across to Dunk. Back to Van Hecke into the middle. That's Baleba. Goes across to Kadioglu now. Back to Dunk. Dunk to Van Hecke. He plays the ball inside to Vifa. Vifa gets it out to the right-hand side. Minty can't win the header. Kerkez does. He gets it to Jones. Jones spreads a good ball out to the left-hand side. It's got to be chased down by Ekitike, and he does well. Gets it inside to Zoboslai. Back to Ekitike. Nutmeg. But Kadioglu was strong enough to be able to hold him off and got the ball all the way back to Verbruggen. Verbruggen to Van Hecke. He turns back towards his goalkeeper. He's only about 5 yards outside his 18-yard box and actually does give it back to Verbruggen. Gets it back, does Verbruggen. Van Hecker again gets it back. He's got Vifa to his right, gives it to him. He's immediately under pressure from Wirtz and gives it all the way back to Van Hecker. Liverpool putting the squeeze on and almost won it back there by Wirtz off Vifa, but it comes out to Dunk now. Kadioglu back to Dunk. He's going to go along his Dunk. It's right down the middle. One bounce and straight into the arms of Alisson. Van Dijk, Jones, Van Dijk, across to the right, to nobody in particular. Gomez has to run back to keep it in. Gives it back to Alisson, who's come to the edge of his box to give him an angle, but Van Hecker heads the clearance back. Gruder was offside, so he couldn't make any move for the ball, but it's back inside to Zoboszlai now, running directly at the defence. He went down, the referee says nothing. Hinchelwood, who must have got a toe in there. Baleba to Dunk to Van Heck. Van Heck back to Verbruggen. Back to Van Heck. Ball into the middle for Rutter. Under pressure from Konate. Gets it inside. Gomez is covered and gets the ball away. It's well played by Gomez, covering for Konate, who was out of position. Gravenberch with a ball that goes high. Does Jones keep it in? He does keep it in. Vifa now plays the ball into the middle to Rutter. Rutter's going to have a shot from way out. And it would have been about 25 yards out for Rutter. And right-footed, he's dragged it well wide of that right-hand post. Van Dijk goes long with the goal kick onto the chest of Ekitike, brings it down, but it's Gomez, but he's been forced back and he has to go all the way back to Konate, who then goes back to Alisson. Alisson plays it inside to McAllister, who chips the ball out to the right-hand side, the Liverpool right-hand side, where Konate picks it up. But then he has to go back to Alisson. Alisson gives it to Van Dijk, who's just 10 yards to the left of him. Jones comes short for it and gets it out to the right. Konate lays the ball down the right-hand side for Zoboszlai. He's going to put a cross in to the back. Wirtz just couldn't get it under control, and Van Hecker took it off him, and away come Brighton out to the right-hand side. Kadioglu. Liverpool got back though and have forced Brighton back, but Rutter gets out to the right to Minty now inside the box on the right-hand side onto his left foot and tries to curl one for the far post, and it's only just wide. And Alisson wasn't so sure because he was diving across to his right for it. It was about a yard wide in the end, hitting Liverpool on the break there. Going through Rutter again, he's laid the ball out to Minty and he cut in on his left foot and only just put it wide. I think if that had been on target, I think that Alisson would have got to that. Van Dijk has it now, still inside his own penalty area. Gives it to Jones down the Liverpool left-hand side. He grips around one. Minty gets the challenge in, but it's Vifa who gets in front of Ekitike on this left-hand side, wins the ball back for Brighton, and they come again down the left-hand side with Kadioglu. Gives it inside to Hinchelwood. Hinchel on halfway line, Hinchelwood gives it back to Van Hecker just to the right of the centre circle. He's got Rutter now down the line. Vifa gives it to Minty, who's come inside now. He plays the ball into the box. And that was a great block by Alisson. And then there's a foul in the end there. that takes, but it's a good run. It was Gomez who made a run into the box all alone on the penalty spot, and Allison closed him down quickly, and he swiveled on his shot and hit it straight at Allison, who blocked it with his legs. Minte, the chipped ball out from Allison is won by Minte. He picks it up. He goes past Kerkez to the line, and he's just run that ball out before he could get his crossing, and it goes out for a goal kick. Skipped past Kerkez very easily there, Minte. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We're well over 200 subscribers now. We're pushing on to 225 and 250, but we can't do it without your help, so please do become a subscriber. Ekitike down the right-hand side is stronger to hold off Kadioglu. He's going for the byline, and he gets to the byline. As he kept it in, he has. Gets it back to Ekitike, and he's leaning back as his right-footed shot goes over the top of the bar. Both these teams playing on the break now. That was Gomez, not Ekitike, in the end. Gomez showing strength there to hold off Kadioglu. Ball goes long. Chest by Gomez. Picked up by Garuda. Got Kadioglu with him. He's going in the inside left position now on the edge of the box. Has to come inside, puts a cross right in. Brought down nicely by Rutter there. Gets it across to Minte. Into the middle to Baleba. He has to go back to Van Hecke. And then Dunk spreads it out to the left to Kadioglu again. There's Gruda again. Back to Dunk. Into the centre circle. Van Hecke. Back to Dunk, who's over on the left-hand side again. There's that Gruder again. Gets a ball into the middle to Baleba. Into the box. The left-footed shot is blocked. And headed back up in the air by Jones. Still in his box. There's a push there, is there? Push on Kanate by Rutter. Foul is given. Shot had gone wide anyway. But Brighton getting into this game now. At first there was the shot from Baleba. Went high in the air. Jones was calling for Allison to comfort, and he probably should have done. And in the end, Jones's clearance went high in the air. Rutter getting into this game now, creating everything that Brighton have had so far. Round of applause as Liverpool win the ball back, looking down the line for Kerkez. Kerkez gets his header in. Brought down by Verts, very well done. Chips one to the back there. It's just over the top of Ekitike as he made a run into the box, and it goes over his head and out for a goal kick. Gruder looking for Minte over on the right-hand side, but it's cut out by Kerkez, but they pick it up in the middle again now. Gruder picks the ball up in the middle again and was running into the penalty box, but a touch takes the ball away from him. And now it's Ekitike inside Hecker, inside Vifa, but Minte gets back, takes the ball off him. Vifa collects the loose ball, play it into midfield. Hinchelwood gives it to Dunk. Dunk has got Kadioglu with him, but comes back towards Van Hecke again, gives it to Van Hecke. Ball into Rutter again. Kerkez gets in there. Gets a lucky rebound that goes to Jones, and Jones can get the ball into the middle, and there's Ekitike is away down the left-hand side now, well linked up with by McAllister. Ekitike just slowed the ball down, giving Birmingham, Burnley, Brighton chance to get back. Recycle the ball back to the halfway line. Goes to Gravenberch from Van Dijk. Jones, Gravenberch. Jones again, little 10 yards passes inside Gravenberch now, more central. Going forwards, going to lay it back to McAllister. McAllister then gives it to Wirtz. Wirtz turns and rolls it back to Jones. Jones rolls it out to the right-hand side. It's Kanate. Kanate's got Gomez to his right, and he gets the ball. Run by Zoboslai down the right-hand touchline. But it goes back to Kanate and then to Jones. Jones to Van Dijk on the halfway line. Plays the ball inside to Wirtz. Wirtz lays it off to McAllister. It's well played by Liverpool, but Gravenberch had to stretch for that one. The ball ran out to Kerkez, but it slowed the momentum down. Liverpool recycling the ball. Out to the right-hand side, Kanate plays the ball inside to Ekitike. Zoboslai with the ball now. Back inside to Jones. Van Dijk. Central. Back to Jones. Kanate. Down the right-hand side. Wirtz now, holding off a challenge into the box. Back to the box. And Ekitike got the back heel at his feet, had his shot, but it was a bit of a scuffed shot and he's dragged it wide of the right-hand post and out for a goal kick. It's the third chance that Ekitike has had, scored one. Not the greatest of strikes from Ekitike, but it's well played by Wirtz there to give a back heel to Wirtz, knowing he was there without having to look. Van Hecker now. Vifa. McAllister makes him go back to Verbruggen. Verbruggen gives it to Dunk. "20 minutes in as the round of applause goes around Anfield for Diogo Jota. Alisson to Van Dijk. Deep in the Liverpool half, he plays a ball to McAllister, who's free. He gives it to Wirtz on the left-hand side. Inside Vifa. Drifting across. Gives it to Zoboslai. Zoboslai goes back to Van Dijk. He gives it to Jones. Jones to Zoboslai. Back to Jones. Gravenberch now. He turns back, gives it to Jones, who's seen a lot of the ball this first half. He's dropped deep to look to pick the ball up from the from the defenders. Van Dijk gets it across to Kanate. Gravenberch comes short for it and gets it. Gravenberch comes to the left to Jones. Bit of space in front of him. There was no run down that left wing, so he had to go back to Zoboslai. He's back in his own half as he's retreating and gives it all the way back to Alisson. Alisson, a little 10-yard ball to the right to Kanate. Kanate's gone long. It's chested down by Wirtz. It's well done there. Ekitike tried to take it in his stride and just couldn't manage it, but Curtis Jones has won the ball back now. Gomez on the right-hand side lays it back to Curtis Jones. He turns and goes back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch inside to Zoboslai. Back to Zoboslai from Gravenberch. And then to Kanate. Brighton back behind the ball now. Gravenberch goes through Baleba, but Baleba's able to get his toe into it and poke it all the way back to Verbruggen. Verbruggen goes out to the left. It's Kadioglu has gone all the way back to Verbruggen again. Verbruggen moves it out right to Van Hecker. He plays it inside to Baleba. Out to the left to Dunk. Referee blows the whistle as Gomez has gone down. Sat down now as Gomez, who was on his haunches to start off with, but he's sat down now. Players drifting across to the touchline to take the opportunity for a drink and a few words from the coaches as Gomez gets some attention. You're not missing anything while Gomez gets some attention for his injury. You've got a few seconds before the game gets back underway again. Just nip down to the bottom and hit that subscribe button for us. Get us moving again with us subscribers. Can't do it without your help. Really do appreciate your support. Thanks for everybody who's watching with us so far. Mo Salah getting his shirt on. He can't be coming on for Gomez, surely, unless they're going to put Szoboszlai back at right back and then put Salah up in Szoboszlai's place. It must be. That's all you can think of. Big round of applause for Salah. And Gomez is coming off. We'll see what the change is going to be. Szoboszlai or maybe Curtis Jones moving to the right back, and then Szoboszlai plays in the middle. Salah up on the right. Mo Salah's name announced over the tannoy, a big cheer. So the crowd still love him. Obviously, Salah has gone to that right-hand side. It just depends who they've put at right back now. Looks like Szoboszlai has gone to right back. Back underway now. His last game before he goes to the Africa Cup of Nations on Monday, as they all will be doing from a lot of these Premier League teams. Van Hecker now plays the ball into the middle. Scrooder who lost it. Verts again goes through 3 tackles. There's the ball out to Ekitike. He tries to go back, but Minte has his foot there. Ball goes out for a throw to Liverpool. Kerkez is going to take this. Ball goes out to the right. Szoboszlai gets it down the right-hand side, and Salah's got a bit of space in front of him now. Into the box he comes, lays it inside for McAllister, and McAllister should have had a shot. He tried to put it into Ekitike on the 6-yard box, and it was an easy gather for Verbruggen in the end there. It should have had the shot. Great ball by Szoboszlai to Salah into the box. It should have been McAllister who swung at it. Salah was right to play his pass through to McAllister. McAllister should have been more selfish. Ekitike was almost there, but Verbruggen just dived on it before he could get to it. It was a good chance for Liverpool there. Another one gone. Dunk plays it into the middle. Scrooder lays it off. Hinchelwood goes to the left to Kadioglu. He just can't take it in his stride there and has to come back to Van Hecker. Van Hecker goes long again, but in for the run of Minte, but Alisson's out to take it off the toe end of Minte. Rolls the ball out to Jones. Jones gets it inside to Verts. Then Verts to Gravenberch. Back to Jones on the left. Goes back to Kerkez. Kerkez is going to go forward this time. Brighton have it in the middle. Minte. Back to Vifa again. Back to Minte on that right-hand side. Verts is back helping, and Verts wins the ball back. It's well done by Verts. Ekitike got in, and Verts has got Ekitike down the left-hand side now. He's got a free run into the box if he wants to. He lays it into the middle, It's out of Verts' way, but Szoboszlai is there. Salah now. Salah lays it into the box. It comes out to Ekitike from Verts, and his right-footed shot curls wide of the far post. Another good attack on the break, Liverpool, but another chance gone, and it fell to Ekitike again. Could have had 3 or 4 in this first half, Ekitike. And a slot clapping his players, but he'll want to see a second go in. They could regret missing all these chances so far. Verbruggen has it. Goes out to Vifa on this right-hand side. Plays the ball inside to Rutter now, coming forward down the right-hand side. He's got Gruder with him, but Liverpool win the ball back. Jones has it, and Jones is fouled by Hinchelwood, and the referee gives the free kick. Van Dijk gives it short, gets it back. It's almost fluffed there by Gravenberch as the ball was fired into him by Van Dijk, but the rebound luckily came back to Van Dijk. And Liverpool can start all over again. Verts gets it out to the right to Kanate. Back into Verts again. He can turn and lay a ball inside to McAllister, who's made a bit of space, and he gets it to Ekitike. Attacking the edge of the box again. Salah's with him. Salah must have been offside that time, but his play is still going on. He's had to turn back and go out. And then Szoboszlai, from the edge of the box, he's fired one high and wide. Verbruggen has the ball. It's been taken from the goal kick. And it gets out to the left to Kadioglu. Gravenberch is covering him. It's given away to Kanate. On that touchline, he goes down. Is he fouled? He is fouled. Thought that was Gruder who fouled him there. Van Dijk has the ball now. Gets out to the right hand side to Szoboszlai, the new fullback, inside to Gravenberch. And then across to Van Dijk, drifting across the left. Turns back. Gives it to Kanate. He gets it to Mo Salah straight away, inside to Ekitike, back to Szoboszlai, who's in support, and then Kanate has it again. Jones goes one way, goes the other, gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk gets it inside to Verts, takes it in his stride, little back turn, goes past Minte, and then spreads it across to the right-hand side to Kanate, who's coming forward now. Gives it to Szoboszlai, then Mo Salah. Jones, Gravenberch. On the halfway line, it's Van Dijk, back to Gravenberch. Moving right to Szoboszlai. Jones, inside to Ekitike, out to the right-hand side to Salah, hugging the touchline on the right. His ball is handballed as he tries to put a chip into the box. And the free kick's given. Kadioglu there, he's got his out. It was accidental, but out there it'll be given in the penalty area. Probably not. So it's out on the far side, the Liverpool right-hand side. It's a good position for Zoboszlai to swing one into the box there. And he's going to. Hand up. In it comes now. To near post is a flick on. I don't know who that was who flicked it on there. But it was a cameras on McAllister, but it wasn't him because the referee's given the corner. Did look like McAllister, and everybody was walking away as if it was a corner. The referee's having none of it. Anyway, so the result is a corner over on this left-hand side now, and Zoboszlai's come over to take this one. A right-footed in-swinger. Pushing going on there between... And it comes near post one again. It's headed away by Rutter. Picked up onto the edge of the box by Verts, and now Brighton are attacking down the right side on the counter with Rutter. Minty's going forward. And what has Rutter done there? I don't know, he was putting a cross into the far side of the box for the run of Gruder, but it was 5 yards in front of him. It's a poor ball, that. He had no chance of getting there because if Allison wanted to, he could have caught that, but he let it go out for the goal kick. Poor quality there from Rutter. Jones, left-footed, goes into the middle. Kadioglu gets there, though, and volleys it high into the air. It's not going to go out. Kerkez wins the header. Minty went down there on a heavy challenge. Verts has picked the ball up, though. Minty's got up, so he's not injured, but there's a foul given there on Kerkez. Quickly taken. Out to the right-hand side. Zoboszlai now. Mo Salah plays it back inside to Zoboszlai. Continued his run. He's gone to McAllister. Back to Salah on the right-hand side. Just on the edge of the box. Looking for a ball. It's McAllister again. Zoboszlai. Under pressure from Hinchelwood, who won the ball. Gets it down the line, but there's nobody there but Kanate, and he can turn and bring the ball forward again. Pace just slowed down a bit here now in this game. Kanate looking for the run of Mo Salah. It's over his head, but he can still get there before Kadioglu. With his back to goal, he has to go back down the line to Zoboszlai, who's in support. He lays it inside to Jones. Jones across to the left to Van Dijk, and he gets it to Kerkez on the left-hand side. Gives it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes back to Jones. Jones a little turn inside. Out to Kerkez. Kerkez gives it back to Jones, who's a couple of yards in front of him. Back to the centre circle on the halfway. It's Kanate. Kanate gets it to Ekitike. Gives it to Salah on the far side. Back to Ekitike. Inside to Zoboszlai. First touch goes back to Kanate. Back inside to Gravenberch now. There's a touch in by Gruder. And then there's a foul on Kadioglu. Referee's given it. Didn't see anything too bad there. We'll see that again. I think he... Yep. Gravenberch won the ball before. Did he... Gets the touch there and then stood on Kadioglu's left foot. Painful one, but Gravenberch won the ball first. .38 gone, still 1-0 to Liverpool. Dunk has the ball. Van Hecker now. Coming down the right-hand side, crosses the halfway line, gives it inside to Minty. Minty's got Kerkez in front of him, tries to run it down the line and go out. But he has run it out, and the throw is to Liverpool. Keke's just taking his time with his throw into the 40th minute. Baleba chests the ball down. Vert's working hard to win the ball back, and it goes all the way back from Vifa to Verbruggen. Back to Vifa, he heads it inside. Rutte, a little turn there, pushed over by Van Dijk, nothing given. Ekitike now tangling with Vifa, gets it back to Jones. Jones gets it inside to Ekitike, who goes down under the challenge, and it is a free kick this time. So Liverpool, over on his left-hand side this time. Probably about 7 or 8 yards in from the touchline. Another good position to be able to swing one in. Foul by Rutter there. It's going to be Zoboslai who's going to take this one again. He's the new free kick taker by the looks of things. Zoboslai right-footed. Curls it into the box. Van Hecke goes down. Verts gets it back to Zoboslai. Zoboslai goes across the box to Kanate. He goes back to Jones. Jones comes across to Zoboslai again. Looking down the left, he gives it to Verts. Verts comes inside. And ball's just taken away from him by Gruder. Kadioglu looking for the run of Minte. And Minte's going to pick this ball up, and it's 2 against 1 at the moment. It's the edge of the box. Minte has this shot that's blocked by Kanate, though. And it takes a couple of bounces, easy bounces through to Verts. But there was a big chance there at one stage. Minte was just a bit slow bringing the ball inside, and that allowed 2 or 3 defenders just to get back. Salah, it's a long ball across the left-hand side to Kerkez now. Kerkez comes inside, he's got a bit of space. Verts goes on his outside and gets it on the edge of the box now on his right foot. Is he going to hit a shot? He's going to hit a shot. He's blocked by Van Hecke. Comes out to Zoboslai. Gravenberch now on the edge of the box. Right-footed shot straight at Verbruggen. Gravenberch's shot, right-footed shot, was a little bit of curl on it that took it straight into Verbruggen's arms. Van Hecke has it now. To Dunk. Hinchelwood to Kadioglu. Hinchelwood across to Van Hecke. To the right-hand side where Minte is hugging that right-hand touchline. Got Kerkez in front of him, comes inside. Kerkez puts a cross in straight away that's headed away by Kanate. McAllister has the ball now. Gives it to Ekitike on this left-hand side. Into the Brighton half. Baleba's holding him up. So Ekitike goes back to Jones in the centre circle now. Gives it to Gravenberch. Gives it to Zoboslai. Back into Jones. To the left-hand side of the centre circle is Van Dijk. Jones has it now, being forced backwards, gives it to Kanate. Kanate gets it down the line to Mo Salah. Got a chance to attack Kadioglu. Lays it inside. Gravenberch hits another one from the edge of the box. It's blocked by Dunk. The rebound is picked up by Zoboslai. Back inside to Gravenberch. Gravenberch running at the edge of the box again. Into the box. He was looking for the run of Verts. Verts has picked the ball up though as it was loose from Kadioglu. Gets it out to Zoboslai on the edge of the box. He goes back. It's Kanate. Support from Van Dijk. Inside. Kerkez. A toe in takes it away. And back to the halfway line where it's given back to Allison. Left foot down the line. Flicked on by Kerkez. Goes for the return. It's well done by Labour. Got a sliding tackle in, but he's given the ball inside and he's given it away to Ekitike. He takes the sting out of the game by giving it back to Allison. Kanate has the ball now on the right-hand side. Back into the middle, just short of the centre circle. Gives it into the centre circle. It's Gravenberch. Van Dijk back to the middle again where Curtis Jones is. Van Dijk, 10-yard ball inside to McAllister. Just a little flick inside was picked up by Ekitike, and then McAllister's fouled when he goes for the return by Hinchelwood, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Free kick's taken short. Curtis Jones gets it out to Kanate. Zoboszlai over on the right-hand side. Goes back to Kanate. Van Dijk, left-footed. Down the inside left channel. Wirtz is running against Van Hecke. He's forced him back, but he's done well and gone back to Verbruggen. And on his right foot, he clears it long. But it's not near any Brighton player. Allowed to bounce by Kerkez, and he's headed it back to Alisson. It's extra few minutes, extra 3 minutes of this first half. Ball goes long. Salah gets his head to it. Ekitike is going to pick the ball up, is he? On the edge of the box. He's too strong for Van Hecke. He's into the box now. On his right foot, he tries to get it across. It's only Hinchelwood. And Baleba gets it back to Hinchelwood. He gets it inside to Rutter. A little flick looking for Minte. He does well to keep it in, but he couldn't control it. And away comes Kerkez. Jones, McAllister moving across to the right-hand side. Zoboszlai. More Salah on the right-hand touchline. Cuts inside. Gives it to McAllister. His challenge makes him lose the ball. And away they come. Liverpool are in though with Kanate. It goes to the left though. Gomez gets it back to Kadioglu. Gomez is back in support for Kadioglu on the edge of the Liverpool box over on the Brighton right and left-hand side. Goes back to Duncan. Duncan's going to go all the way back to Verbruggen. In the centre circle now is Van Hecke. Coming forward, Van Hecke, a long way forward. He tries to put a cross into the box. To the edge of the box, there's a shot there. Gomez has a shot. It's picked up by Kadioglu. He puts his cross in. Rutter challenging for it, but it's cleared away. Not far, though. Wirtz has gone down on the edge of the box, and there's a free kick being given. I guess that's to Liverpool. So several players down, including McAllister, including Gomez. Oh, that's right in his chest as well there. Gomez is... That's a terrible challenge by Gomez. As Wirtz cleared it away, his foot's right in the middle of his chest. No wonder he went down. Hits him in the middle of his chest and rakes it down his stomach. That was an awful challenge. They were showing. That's a... You would have thought that would be a yellow card at least, but no. You'd have felt that would, Wirtz. Maybe VAR taking a look at that challenge. I don't think they can... VAR can intervene on yellow cards, can he? Only red, and I think that was just a yellow card at the most. The referees probably noted who'd made the challenge and will be watching from future challenges, but Gomez has got away with it. And that's half-time. A good half, really. Liverpool got off to a flying start, scoring in the first minute, and have created several other chances since then, but not been able to put them away. they may come to rue those chances because Brighton have looked dangerous on the break. There's no doubt about that. But at half time, it's 1-0. Half time, chance to get your comments in. Let us know what you think, what you've seen of that first half. I think it's been quite a good game. We'll have a look at the stats so far, but let's have a look at the other game. And at half time, there it's Chelsea 2, Everton 0. So Chelsea getting themselves back in form. Everton have been playing well, but they're 2 down at this one as Cole Palmer scored after 21 minutes. It's good to see him back, just from the perspective of an England supporter. Gusto scored on half time, and it's 2-0 there. Now, let's have a quick look at the stats for that first half. I would have thought that they're going to be pretty even, but we'll take a look. I think Brighton have given as good as they've got. So let's have a look at the stats. So Liverpool have edged the possession, which you would imagine would be about right, 59% to 41%. So not a huge amount of difference. Expected goals. Well, actually, Brighton are edging that. Liverpool's expected goals 0.73 and Brighton's is 0.96. 10 shots to 7. It was pretty even until that last few minutes when 3 attacks, 3 shots, none of them on target. But that's why they've edged it 10 to 7 against that. Shots on target. Well, that's one of the problems with Liverpool. They've had 10 shots on 10 shots, and only 2 of them have been on target. Brighton have had 7 shots, only 1 on target. Touches in the opposition box, 19 to Liverpool, 6 to Brighton. Goalkeepers have only had to make 1 save each. The fouls committed, Liverpool only 1, Brighton 8. And there's only been 1 corner in that first half, and that was to Liverpool. And Brighton have had to work just a little bit harder than Liverpool off the ball. 55 kilometres covered by the team in that first half, as opposed to Brighton's 58, which you would expect. Attempts from outside the box, 4 to 3. 1-on-1 attempts. Well, Brighton have edged that one. That one that was it Gruder had? I think it was Gruder, which was a good save by Alisson. Came out to smother him as he broke into the box. So that's what we have so far at half time. Mo Salah is on. He came on early after Gomez had to go off after sustaining an injury. And has been involved. The crowd were happy to see him. He got a good cheer. He had a smile on his face. Maybe things have been patched up and Mo Salah is happy at Liverpool. Let's hope he is, because if not, he goes to the African Cup of Nations after this game. And people have been speculating that maybe they could have played his last game for Liverpool. I hope not. But we shall see. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But he looked happy enough. He was smiling. Glad to get on early. And why not? Thanks to everyone who's watched so far. I'll just remind you that if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We're well over 200 subscribers now, looking to get to 225. I'm pushing on to 250, but we can't do it without your help. We need your help. It doesn't cost you anything. We're not asking for anything. Just become a subscriber and hit the like button as well, which also helps with the YouTube algorithm. So I said 2-2 at full time. That was my score prediction. And so far, I'm still in the game. Both teams have given as good as they've got. It could have easily been 1-1 at half time. But if you've got nothing to add to the game so far with regards to the teams or the tactics, or who we thinks played well or who hasn't played well, just give us a score prediction for the second half. Who do you think is going to come out on top of this? Got plenty of good subs to bring on of Liverpool, so they've got plenty of talent on the bench. They're just going through the goals that Liverpool conceded last weekend against Leeds. If you're a neutral in that game, that 3-3 draw between Liverpool and Leeds was something special to watch. Atmosphere, skill, mistakes. Games later on to be watched. Just letting you know that at 5:30 it's Burnley against Fulham. Burnley in the relegation zone, and Fulham not far above them as well. So that's a real massive game down the bottom there. Just looking at the positions, Fulham in 15th, only, well, they're on the 18th position team. West Ham is on 13 points. They're 4 points above the relegation zone, but it's not much. And Burnley in 10 points. I mean, even if they beat Fulham tonight, they still can't get themselves clear of relegation. They've lost all of their last 6 games of Burnley, and so have Wolves. And it does look like they're beginning to get cut adrift, the bottom 2 there. West Ham 3 points above, drawn the last 2 games, so they're showing a bit of form there, West Ham. Leeds in 16th position, won and drawn the last 2 games, so they're showing a bit of form, and they're playing Brentford tomorrow evening, which should be a top game to watch. So that's how it stands. Fulham would go up to 20 points, so they would go up a place or 2, depending on how Bournemouth do tomorrow. But those bottom 2 are looking in a bit of a sorry position at the moment. I mean, if the truth is known, Wolves have had it already. 2 points after 15 games, and not likely to get anything out of Arsenal this evening. I think they're already down, unfortunately. They are 13 points adrift of safety. Burnley still have a chance, but they're 5 points adrift. Coming up to the busy Christmas period as well. These 2 bottom teams have got to start picking up points. Arsenal at the top, if they win today, can go 5 points clear of Man City onto 36 points. They'll be looking to bounce back from that loss at Aston Villa last weekend. And Premier League F28 was quick in on the live chat after that goal went in and said, what a start. And absolutely it was a start. Lesser teams than Brighton might have caved in at one time there and conceded several more, but they didn't, and they're still in it at Brighton. It's all credit to them at half time. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, please become a subscriber. coverage is still on advertisements, but we should be starting around about 4 o'clock or just after, so we're not far away now. Just waiting for the coverage to return. Doing still more advertisements. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. Hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you supporting the channel. If you'd like to join us for more watch-alongs, hit the notification bell. We're doing them every week. It'd be great to see you joining us on a regular basis if you can. Still waiting for the coverage to come on. You're not missing anything at the moment. So if you're not a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button. Got any comments? You can get them in the comments. It's open and ready for you. Give us a score prediction. If you've enjoyed the coverage so far, if you've got any ideas for further coverages, give us a comment. Let us know what you think. Any games that you'd like to be covered, if we'll do it for you. Still waiting for the teams to come out. The coverage is back on. The teams are not on the pitch at the moment. Substitutes are out there passing the ball around, but the teams are still in the changing rooms. If you want to let me know what you think about the Salah situation, have you got a comment on that? Do you think this is his last game? Do you think he'll go in the January transfer window? What do you think? I think the local coverage must be talking about that as well, because they're focusing on flags with Mo Salah's name and scarves with Mo Salah's name, so they must be talking about it, as well as Brighton look to be making their way out of the tunnel, so we're not far off the second half start. Don't know if there's been any subs yet. It doesn't look like there has been. Liverpool just going through a few warm-ups on the pitch now before the second half starts. It's a new thing that they've brought in, having to warm the team up for the second half. Usually they used to come trotting out and get the game underway, but now it's a new thing. Don't know if it makes any difference or not, but it'll be Liverpool to kick off this second half, kicking from left to right. All in red, all in purple is Brighton. Referee just checking his watch. Gravenberg about to get the game underway. And away we go. Van Dijk lifts it high. Van Heck goes down under the challenge on the end of his box, and the free kick's given. Taken quickly by Dunk. He's looking for the run of Gomez, but it's well over his head, and it goes out for a throw in the Liverpool half. Szoboszlai throws it all the way back to Alisson. Alisson has to drive it long, but he's sliced his clearance, and it goes out on this right-hand side of Liverpool, just short of the halfway line. It's going to be Kadioglu who's going to take this. Pinched 5 yards, pinched 6, 7, 8. He's pinched nearly. He has pinched 10 yards. And the referee's not aware of that and told him to go back, Kadioglu. Throws it immediately into Van Heck, gets it back to Kadioglu. Kadioglu is going to take the throw. Goes down the line. Kanate, Gruda, battling with Kanate and Szoboszlai. Goes back to Salah. Salah right-footed down the line to the halfway line to Van Hecke, and Van Hecke goes all the way back to Verbruggen. He side foots it to Dunk. Dunk to Hinchelwood. Into the middle, there's a bit of space there. Gets it out to the right-hand side, looking for Rutte, but Szoboszlai's in there. He's managed to turn the ball back to Alisson. Long ball for Salah. Kadioglu goes down, and Salah's got a bit of space now to pick a ball out to the back post. It was Kerkez, but it was too high for him. He did get his head to it, but he could only just head it loopingly back into the box where Verbruggen comes and makes a comfortable catch, and he launches it straight away. Van Dijk wins the header. Wirtz is beaten to it by Hinchelwood. He gets out to Minte on the right-hand side. He goes past Kerkez too easily again. Gets a cross back. Gomez and Gravenberch between them got the ball away. Ekitike got it to McAllister. Wirtz goes down under the challenge, and Vifa is penalised for that. It's a few times this game that Minte has gone too easily around Kerkez. Back with Alisson from Van Dijk from that free kick. Into the middle. Gravenberch out to the right-hand side. It should have been in front of Szoboszlai. It was behind him, and it's just stopped the momentum a bit. Salah has it now. Kadioglu's all over him, pulling him all over the place. There must be a foul there, and there is a foul. Szoboszlai's taking the free kick quickly all the way back to Jones. Jones gets it into the middle to Van Dijk, who made a run forward. McAllister is robbed by Baleba, but the loose ball comes to Gravenberch. Gravenberch gets a run down the line. It was for Kerkez, but it was picked up by Ekitike. Better if he'd have let the ball run, but he didn't. Now it's Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Jones. Van Dijk back to Jones. Jones under pressure goes back to Alisson. Alisson's going to go long. Right-footed across to the left-hand side. Ekitike let the ball run into Kerkez, but his little ball inside was picked up by Vifa, but Ekitike wins the ball back again. He's going across the box now. He's got a chance of a shot. And just as he hit it, Hinchelwood got a challenge in there, and it was a vital challenge as well, because it opened up in front of Ekitike. Gets a round of applause for that run, does Ekitike. It went past Van Hecke, and Hinchelwood just managed to get his foot in there and just got a bit of a challenge on it that's, yeah, just goes out for a corner. It should have been a corner. I don't know whether the corner's been given or not. It wasn't given, but it should have been. It certainly deflected off Hinchelwood. Ball's inside now. Ball because they're back of the box, and how did he miss? Gomez at the back post. It was opened up for him, and he had to just slide it into the open goal, really, because Alisson was cut forward. Great ball to the back post. He just had to. That's Vifa's cross into the 6-yard box. Kanate can't get there. Alisson's scrambling across his goal, and he's put it wide. What a chance for Gomez. What a chance for Brighton. Should have equalised there. Definitely should have equalised. Gomez still hands in his face. Knows he missed a fantastic chance for Brighton there. Szoboszlai on the halfway, lays it inside to Mo Salah, goes for the return, lays it back to Mo Salah, but it's out of his way. It's picked up by Gruder. Hinchelwood going down the line for Kadioglu, but it's too far in front of him, and it's a throw to Liverpool. Foul on Szoboszlai. Gomez. Welbeck still sat down on the substitutes bench. There's no signs of him coming on yet. All the way back to Alisson. Ball down the line. Ekitike chasing it. It's given to Alisson, to McAllister, but Verbruggen just gets in there before McAllister. Out into touch. Throw taken quickly. 2 balls on the pitch, but referee's letting the play go on. Jones now. Ekitike attacking the byline. That's a turn back. FIFA holding him off. Jones again. Comes back inside. Gives it to Gravenberch. Gravenberch's going to go down the inside left position. Then goes back to Kerkez. Back to Jones. Inside to Kerkez. Kerkez outside to Ekitike. Gives it to Jones again on the edge of the box now. Right-footed shot is deflected off Ekitike and into the arms of Verbruggen at his near post. Szoboszlai wins the ball back. Pulled by Brighton there. Salah now. Back inside to Szoboszlai. Back to Salah. Comes inside. Jones back to Salah. Szoboszlai on his left foot. Going to have a shot, is he? He is. It hits the back of Mo Salah, who maybe have been offside there, and in fact he was offside. Isak warming up. Ball's into Rutter, but Gravenberch's into his back and concedes the foul. Ball's with Kadioglu. Baleba gives it to Dunk in the centre circle, just short of the halfway line. Runs ahead of him, but he plays it out to the right-hand side to Van Hecke. Minte comes short for it, lays it back. Goes back to Dunk. Inside to Baleba. Back to Dunk. Kadioglu's left. Vifa's right. Comes to Kadioglu. He gets out to the left-hand side. It's Gomez now. He has to turn back inside. Nothing in front of him. Gives it back to Kadioglu. Hinchelwood forced back on the halfway line. Van is Dunk. Gives it back to Hinchelwood. Hinchelwood goes out to the far side, the right-hand side. Van Hecke Got Avifa with him. Back to Van Heck. Liverpool forcing Brighton back. Dunk. And he has to go all the way back to Verbruggen. Dunk on the edge of his box. Kadioglu. Halfway line. It's Gomez. Back to Kadioglu. There's run forward by Gomez. It's going to get there as Gomez as well. Plays it inside to the edge of the box. It's Gruder. Left-footed shot. It's just wide of that far post. And that was beaten Alisson, that, because he never moved. And his left foot shot was just dragged wide of that far post, but only by half a yard. It's a good shot. He struck it well, and Alisson was beaten. Goal kick about to be taken by Alisson. Van Dijk gives it to Alisson. And then Alisson, right-footed, goes long to the halfway line. Mo Salah has gone past Kadioglu again, but Kadioglu is strong enough to get back and turns it back to Verbruggen. Verbruggen goes to the right-hand side, brought down by Vifa, right on the touchline. Jones is in there, forcing him back. Further back, Verbruggen made himself available. His drive is picked up by Rutter. He's under pressure as well, but he does well and is brought down. It's well done by Rutter. Good skill. I think it was Van Dijk who was tight in on him. Kadioglu now over to the right-hand side to Van Hekke. He plays one into Vifa. Excuse me. Free kick to Brighton. Taken quickly, given to Dunk. Kadioglu in the centre. Out to the left-hand side. It's Gomez. Plays a little ball inside for the run of Kadioglu. He's picked up and out to the right-hand side. Inchelwood to Dunk. Dunk spreads it across to the right to Van Hekke. Van Hekke comes back to the left to Kadioglu. Dunk. Baleba, centre. Gets out to the right to Van Hekke. Van Hekke plays the ball into the middle. Gomez couldn't get the flick and his Salah's away. His advantage. It's 3 against 1 here. And Ekitike over on the right foot, and it's a shot that's curling wide of that far left-hand corner. Can see what he was doing there, but he's put it wide. The referee may take a look at a foul further back. It was Dunk. Yeah, brought McAllister down, did Dunk. Don't think there's any thoughts of a sending off there, but he may find himself in the book. Will Dunk for that one. Pulled him back. It was waving his finger, his Dunk, after he committed the foul. Yellow card for Dunk. Curtis Jones now. It's away on the inside left position into the box. Gets it across to the edge of the box to Ekitike. Mo Salah now with a left-footed shot. Oh, and it's through the arms of Verbruggen, but luckily he got a big enough touch on it to take it wide of the post and out for a corner. Mo Salah's left-footed shot. He was looking to parry it away, Verbruggen, and it almost went through his fingers. Looks like Salah's going to take this one now. Left-footed from the right-hand side. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger. And it comes now to the back post. There's a free header there, and it's in. Ekitike heads it in, and Liverpool are 2-0 up. And that was poor marking there. Ekitike at the back post was completely free. Just when it looked like Brighton were getting themselves back into it, Ekitike has scored his second and Liverpool's second. Salah gets an assist from the corner. See that now? It's an in-swinging corner to the back post. And who's marking Ekitike? It's nobody marked him at all. There's nobody on that back post marking that back post. And just a free header from 2 or 3 yards out just to head it into the empty net. Verbruggen couldn't get across in time. Mo Salah gets an assist and Ekitike gets his second goal of the game. Away we go. Back in play with Verbruggen. 30 minutes left for Brighton to get themselves back into this with Rutter down the line to Gomez. Gomez has to flick it inside, but Konate is aware of that, takes it away from him. Curtis Jones lays it back to Van Dijk. Gravenberch. McAllister to Zoboslai. Konate inside to Wirtz. Wirtz sees a ball down the inside left channel for the run of Kerkez, but Minte was covering that one. Or was it Baleba? I couldn't see. Baleba has it now. Vifa is brought down. Retaliates on. Was it Ekitike? I'm not sure. Pushing the back from Wirtz, goes down. Konate gets the ball back eventually calmly to Allison and he volleys it forward. Dunk heads it back to Van Hecke. It's a difficult one for him to control. Vifa helps him. Kerkez wins the header in front of Minte. Wirtz just lost the ball there. Comes out to Kadioglu on the left and he can counter-attack here. Gomez has it. Back to Lewis Dunk on the halfway line. Moving to his right and gives it to Hinchelwood who's next to him. He gets it to Kadioglu on the left-hand side. Goes back to Dunk in the centre circle. Across to his right to Van Hecke. Van Hecke plays the ball inside. So poor one though, and Liverpool win the ball back. Well, they do it because Gravenberch has committed a foul on Rutter, and it's a free kick to Brighton. There's a yellow card for somebody here. Konate for his foul on Gruder. Going back a couple of minutes, Konate gets a yellow card. Brighton substitutions, 2 of them. Baleba and Gruder go off. Mitoma comes on and Ayari. It's a free kick that Kadioglu is going to take. And it comes now. It's a poor one that's headed away by Ekitike. It's picked up by the substitute. Tried to put another ball in, but it's headed away again by Gravenberch. Minte has it now. Plays it back into the middle. It's Kadioglu. Mitoma, his first touch on this left-hand side. Plays it back into Kadioglu. Tries to put a cross into the box to the back post. Headed away though. Hinchelwood was under pressure. Konate hooks the ball away. picked down on the chest by Ekitike. The ball back to him by Verts was a poor one. And Kadioglu intercepts and brings the ball forward. Minte now on his left foot into the edge of the box. He goes for a return. He got the return, but his touch when the ball came back to him was a heavy one, and it goes all the way through to Alisson. It's well done between Minte and Vifa. Just Minte's last touch was a heavy one. Kerkez now back to Alisson. Alisson left-footed, skies one. Rutter using his strength again, gets the ball into Mitoma, gives it away to Salah. Salah lets the ball run away, but Szoboszlai picks the loose ball up. Back to Salah again now. Mitoma again is in there, busy already. Ayari now plays the ball through the legs of McAllister, but it's picked up by Liverpool. Gravenberch now pulled back by Ayari, but he gets it to Salah. Salah to Szoboszlai. Liverpool tied it up nicely there. Under a lot of pressure, Brighton were really pressing high. Canasi gets it back to Alisson. Alisson almost gave the ball away there. Poor ball forward, picked up by Hinchelwood. And he gives it away. Salah to Verts. Back to Salah to Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones gets the ball forward, looking for the run of Salah. Is Salah beat Dunk to the ball? No, he just can't. He had the pace on him, but Dunk just had a yard or two on him. As Salah was looking to burn him off. Ball comes out to the left-hand side now. It's Kadioglu. Kadioglu comes out to Mitoma. Gets the ball back, does Mitoma? Has he got a chance to score? And he's screwed his shot wide. And at the back post, it was Gomez was coming in, and he couldn't make the ball. Just couldn't get the touch as that shot was screwed wide of the far post. Just off balance when he hit it. Mitoma looking busy and lively since he's come on. And Brighton have certainly had plenty of chances as Szoboszlai's down on the edge of the 6-yard box. His left ankle by looks of things. Looks in a bit of pain as well, does Szoboszlai. May get a replay there just to see what happened. We're just going to get it now. As Mitoma cuts in from the right-hand side, gets a good ball back from Rutter. Just see that again. Camera just didn't stay on Szoboszlai, but he looks in a lot of pain here. Maybe the end of the right back's game here as well. Liverpool need another right back, maybe. So there's a stoppage in play. So if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We'll be eternally grateful if you do. Just looking back at the scores, there's no score. Chelsea still leading 2-0 against Everton into the 70th minute. Nice second goal, nice easy finish for Ekitike for his second goal, but I just don't know how he was left all alone there at the back post. Szoboszlai's back on his feet again now, walking around the corner flag. He has to go to the side for 30 seconds. He's going to try and run it off. No hint of a sub yet. Over on the far side, the Liverpool left next to their own corner flag. The throw is with Kerkez. Ball comes forward. Verts gets a nice touch in it to Mo Salah in the centre. Tries to go around Mitoma. Back inside to Rutter now. Gives it to Vifa. It's not the best of passes. It's forced him right out to the touchline. And it's just taken a bit of momentum out of the Brighton attack. It goes back to Van Hecke. Coming forward. Goes out to the left-hand side. It's Kadioglu. Right-footed cross into the box. It's punched away by Allison. Picked up by Van Hecke. Dunk. Szoboszlai's back in position now. Van Hecke gets out to the left to Kadioglu. Cuts inside. Across the box. Van Hecke. Van Hecke puts a cross in that's headed away by Jones. Picked up by Minte on the edge of the box at the far side. He's going to attack that byline now, but has he gone too far? He has gone too far. He just stumbled as he made his run and just couldn't catch up with the ball before it went out for a goal kick. I think he collided with the advertising hoardings at the end of that as well, Minte. Did hit the hoardings. Looks like he's going to get back to his feet, though. He would have felt that a bit, though. Made of sterner stuff is Minte. He's walking away all right from that. Goal kick to be taken by Van Dijk. No, he's walking away, leaving it to Alson. No, he goes back again and he plays it to the right edge of the box to Kanate, who comes forward. Halfway line, gets it to Salah. Salah being held up, goes back to the halfway line to Szoboszlai. Looks like he's moving okay now. Gravenberg has it now. Curtis Jones back to Van Dijk. Back to Jones. Jones gets it to Van Dijk. Out to this right-hand side to Kanate. Kanate plays a ball diagonally forward, looking for the run of Ekitike, but Dunk just flicks it behind himself and all the way back to Verbruggen. Van Hecke now. Looking for an out ball, going forward, gets it to Rutter. He lays it out to the right-hand side to Vifa. Vifa has to go back to Dunk. Dunk trays a little ball inside. It's Gomez who gets it out to Kadioglu on the near side. Rutter in front of him gets the ball. The inside left position, but Gravenberg is in there. And Kanate gets the ball, but then he's giving it away. Slides in. Dunk gets the ball. It's loose. And then Kanate eventually pushes Dunk over. And Kanate's got to be careful. He has been booked. Dunk to Van Hecke. Comes up to the left. Mitoma can attack the left-hand edge of the box. Cross to the back post again by Ayari. It's overhit and it goes over the head of everybody and out for a goal kick at the far post. Looks like Alexander Isak is about to be brought on. Maybe in place of Ekitike, who's done his bit today. Kenny Dalglish in the crowd there. Will be enjoying what he's seen. Ayari now gets out to the right to Vifa. Minte is in front of him. He gets the ball, does Minte. He's got Kerkez with him. Can attack Kerkez again like he has before, but he goes back to Vifa. Comes inside to Ayari. Out to Minte over on the far side again. Onto the left foot. Being forced backwards by Kerkez. Comes out to Dunk. Dunk struggling to control it, but gets it out to the near side to Minte. He puts it inside first time to Gomez. Gets it back. Mitoma. Ayari. Kadioglu plays the ball down the line, looking for it to be crossed back by Vifa, headed away by Kerkez to the edge of the box, and it's helped on even further by Jones. Vifa again now on this near side, but he's lost it to Wirtz, and Zoboslai puts it into the middle. Gravenberch gets it away though. Chance of a break for Liverpool with Salah now. Into the inside left position as his shot. It's blocked, but it's going to be picked up by Ekitike right next to the goal line. He lays it out to the edge of the box where McAllister is. McAllister's got Ekitike with him. He's got a chance of a shot now. Goes down, flicks the ball back after losing balance. But it didn't open up for everybody, and Ekitike is holding the back of his right leg now. Zoboslai into the box, crosses it, but it's intercepted by Verbruggen. And you would imagine that Ekitike will be taken off shortly for the Isak. Struggling to get back is Ekitike, whether it's an injury or just run out of steam, I don't know. But that will be the next sub for Liverpool. He's telling the coaching staff, I've got to go off. Minte now on the left-hand side can attack the edge of the box there. Goes for the byline, cuts it back. Jones is in there, blocks his cross. He lays it back to Ayari though. Van Hecke gets it back to Mitoma, back to Ayari. He floats it out to the far side to Minte to go back 10 yards to get that ball, but on his left foot he's laid it inside to Van Hecke. Into the box, it's laid off by Rutter. Chance of a shot. Vifa has hoisted it over the bar. It was a narrow angle. Alisson was covering his near post nicely there. He's just leaning back as he hit the shot. Two substitutions for Liverpool. One of them's going to be Ekitike, who scored two. He's going to get a nice round of applause, and so is Wirtz. Wirtz has been involved in the game, although he's not scored. He's beginning to look better and better, and the Liverpool crowd are aware of that, and they're giving him a good round of applause, the pair of them. On comes Isak and Robertson. I don't know what position Robertson's going to go in. He's usually a left back, but Kerkez is there. So is he going to go into left midfield and play a left midfield, or can Kerkez play left midfield? I don't know. We'll see. Goal kick, second shot, given to Van Dijk on the left-hand edge of his own box. He's been chased out there, but he gets it down the line. Looking for Isak straight away. He goes down and the ball's picked up by Gomez, that I think. Van Hecke to Dunk. Sayari. Ayari out to the right-hand side on the halfway line. It's Van Hecke goes forward. Gives it to Minte. Kerkez is in and wins that ball. Gets it to Gravenberch in the centre circle, coming across to the Liverpool right. He gets away from a couple of tackles, gets it out to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones just lays it all the way back to Zoboslai, and Zoboslai plays a ball inside to Kanate in the centre of midfield. He gets it across to Van Dijk. McAllister, back to Kanate, and all the way back to Alisson. He plays a ball inside to Curtis Jones, who immediately lays it out to the right-hand side to Zoboslai. Into the 80th minute, Liverpool just looking to run this game down, taking the steam out of it. Ball comes inside to Gravenberch. He has to turn back inside under trouble from Ayari. McAllister gets it out to the right now. High in the air. It's flicked inside. It's well done. Mo Salah picks the ball up, gets the ball in for looking for the run of Isak into the box, but it's just a bit too far in front of him. It's a bit too much pace, and it's picked up easily by Verbruggen. Kadioglu coming forward now, plays the ball inside for Rutter. Gravenberch is just a yard in front of him, gets it into Zoboslai. Zoboslai gets it out to Van Dijk. He plays it into McAllister. McAllister back to Zoboslai. Inside to Kanate on the edge of the Liverpool box. Ball goes forward looking for Salah. Can he get there? No, he can't. Vifa steps in and intercepts it. Ayari now plays the ball inside to Minte, but Kerkez is there. Good defending by Kerkez. Van Hecker now. Van Hecker going through and then decides better and turns back. Spread out to the left. Mitoma almost got there, but between them, Curtis Jones and Zoboslai win the ball. Curtis Jones back into his own area. Rutter is putting a lot of pressure on him. Pulls him back. Pulled him back, does Rutter. And Jones gets the foul, but he was under a lot of pressure there, Jones. Turning inside out, trying to get away from Rutter. Welbeck comes on. And Rutter is going off, so that's his last contribution to the game. Hinchelwood goes off as well. And Kostulas comes on. Into the last 8 minutes. The free kick has been left for Allison to take. And he goes long. Isak gets a touch to it. He lays out to Salah into Curtis Jones onto the edge of the box. Turns one way, then the other. Still has the ball, does Curtis Jones. Being forced backwards a bit, but it's Gravenberch now. Out to the left-hand side. Back to Gravenberch. Inside to Jones. Tried to lay it through to McAllister. He just couldn't reach it. And it's ended up back with Verbruggen. Verbruggen drives it long. Van Dijk's going to win that header, and he does do. It's a handball by Van Hecker there in midfield, and it's given, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Inside the Brighton half, just outside the centre circle. Substitutions now are going to take place. Chiesa's coming on, and Zoboslai's going off, so he's still feeling that injury, Zoboslai. I think Chiesa can play it right back. And Chiesa's pointing to someone, maybe Curtis Jones to go to right back, I don't know. We shall see. Curtis Jones. Kanate out to the left-hand side to Van Dijk, striding forward. Plays a ball inside. It's Kerkez, but I don't know whether he was offside or not, or maybe given us a foul. Didn't look like it was offside, but free kick was given anyway. Verbruggen on the edge of the box on the right-hand side. Van Heck gets it across more centrally now on the edge of the box to Dunk. Dunk coming forward. Van Heck. Van Heck goes long, looking for Welbeck. Mitoma on the edge of the box now. Tries to play a ball with the outside of his foot, but it's blocked by Kanate. Laid back. Kadioglu almost got robbed by Salah, but between him and Dunk, they sort it out. Dunk has the ball now, still in the Brighton half. Spreads it to the right-hand side, crossing the halfway line. On the right is Van Hecker. He's going to go long again, looking for Mitoma. But it's bounced over his head and it's gone out for a goal kick. Just over 5 minutes plus any added time, but time is running out for Brighton. They seem to have run out of a bit of steam and a bit of ideas as well. Mitoma's looked lively since he came on, coming back from injury, so they'll be glad of that with Brighton. McAllister now goes down the left-hand touchline. Back inside now. Baleba, Mitoma. One or two passes too much. It's cleared from the edge of the box. There's a Liverpool player down. It's Mitoma. Mitoma's going to get it back to Van Hecker. The referee stops the play. It's McAllister who's down. Van Hecker was just making a run towards the edge of the box centrally, and he wasn't happy that the referee brought the game to a halt. And Duncan Vifa are just saying that. We see that now. Just McAllister got up high there and was knocked off balance while he was still in the air, and he's fallen down on his right hand side. It's a heavy fall, and he would have felt that. And he is doing. He's holding his ribs there. He may have hurt his ribs, McAllister, which is another injury that Liverpool just don't need. I said at the beginning of the game, will James Milner get a run out against his old team? And it looks like he may be. He's warming up. McAllister's still down holding his ribs. James Milner is going to come on. Sporting a beard. Chance for you to hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber while there's a break in play. James Milner is getting a big round of applause from the Liverpool fans. He was a local hero. Getting a good round of applause from the Liverpool fans. As Gomez goes off, he'll still be ruining that chance that he missed. Gets a good cheer, does James Milner. He needs another 8 appearances, does James Milner, if he can get them during the rest of this season, to overtake Gareth Barry as the most appeared Premier League player. McAllister on the touchline now, still holding his right hand ribs. Dunk comes forward after that drop ball was given to him. Van Heck, header there at the back post. It was Dunk. Dunk was claiming that the ball was put out by Canate. And it must have been Canate's touch because the corner's been given. And it comes now. Header in the air. Van Dijk won the header, claiming that he was fouled by Van Heck. But the corner is given into the last 2 minutes of normal time. Be interesting if Brighton can pull one back now. And it comes again. Another one headed away at the near post by Gravenberch this time. And this time it's put out for a throw. Wasn't the best delivery. Kadioglu goes in with a long throw to near post. It's flicked up in the air by Vifa, but it floats harmlessly out for a goal kick. Into the last minute of normal time. I haven't seen how much added time there's going to be yet as Van Dijk goes along with this goal kick. Brought down by Welbeck. Out to Minte, played inside to Ayari. Back to Minte on the right-hand edge of the box. Left-footed, crosses, comes into the back. Mitoma lays it back. Kadioglu gets it onto his right foot and tries to curl one into the far corner. Didn't get any curl on it, and it goes well wide. It's another chance, half chance maybe, but you've got to hit the target, and that's one of the problems for Brighton this game, is that they haven't hit the target with the chances that they've had. Didn't wrap his foot around it. into added time. 8 minutes of it. Welbeck gets a touch. Van Dijk hooks it away. Headed down by Vifa. Over on the far side, the throw is won by Kerkez. It's not had a bad game, Kerkez, today. He seems to be settling into it as well. Costulas was the one that was beaten to the ball. Ball goes long. Picked up, played inside. Welbeck, his touch isn't that good. Gravenberch wins the ball back. Salah. Salah can have a foot race with Dunk. Dunk's just going to get there in time. Lays it back to Verbruggen. Out to the right hand side to Van Hecke. Coming forward into midfield, it's Ayari. Looking to slot the ball through to Mitoma, but Chiesa cut the ball out. He goes long again to the left, looking for Salah, and Dunk just managed to get there in time. It looks like he's running out of steam, his Dunk. Desperate defending, but he did enough. Cardioglu plays the ball inside. Out to the right to Van Hecke. A bit of space in front of him now. He can go forward and lay it into Minte on the edge of the box. Cuts back, puts a cross in. It's headed out by Gravenberch. And then Salah on the edge of the box, doing a bit of defending, lays it out to the left, to the right hand side. Now it's Chiesa. Is away and into the box now. He's got a chance to have a shot now, has he? He plays it across to Salah, and Salah leaning back as on the 6-yard box has skied it high over the bar. Well, I thought that Chiesa would have had the shot first, but he's always looking to his left as he comes into the box, looking for who he can lay it back to. And it's a difficult one for Salah because it was hit quite hard at him. It took a skip off the turf just as it arrived to him, and it hit his shin rather than his foot and went over the bar. Minte now, over on the edge of the box, puts his cross into the edge of the box. Can it be laid back? It can be. Ayari, but Vifa gets the ball back. It's Welbeck now on the edge of the box. Cross is put in low. It's a chance to. Oh, it's gone through everybody. The shot at the edge of the box is blocked by Gravenberch and cleared. Desperate defending. Dunk gets the ball out to the right. Still 5 minutes to go. Cardioglu lays it out to Mitoma on the left-hand side, back inside to Cardioglu. Dunk. Welbeck. Back to Dunk. Want Welbeck in the box. Cross comes to the back post. It's an easy catch for Alisson. It's 2-0 to Liverpool, but Brighton have deserved something out of this game because they've had plenty of chances. The cross was a good one on the 6-yard box. He got a touch with it, did Alisson. Kanate couldn't make it. Mitoma couldn't make it. Welbeck was there on the 6-yard box. It didn't quite fall for him. Liverpool got away with one there. As Kerkez maybe suffering from a bit of cramp there. He's getting a bit of a stretch from Van Dijk. Player stopped again. 4 minutes into the 8 minutes of added time, but there's going to be a bit more added with this injury here. I think it's Kerkez. Can't quite see. Yeah, it is Kerkez on the floor there. Kerkez helps to his feet. He'll have to go off to the touchline for his 30-second wait. He won't be allowed to continue until he's done that 30 seconds. Alisson now, from his hand, kicks the ball long. Salah, it's been brought by Chiesa, gets the ball across. There's a slip by Weaver. Isak is being forced wide though. He's in the box, but he's being forced wide. Lays it back. McAllister now. Laid down the line. It's a poor ball though. Ayari has it now. He can bring Brighton forward. At least a couple more minutes left yet still. Costoulas goes down in the middle of the Liverpool half. It's very central and it's a free kick. Going to take it quickly here, Brighton. It comes out to Welbeck now on the left. No, it's Minte who's chipped into the box. To the edge. Salah gets a touch to it. He's got a touch. He's got a man outside him making the run. There's 3 against 1. That's a poor ball I get by Salah. He's hit it too far when it was an easy lay on. And it goes all the way through to Verbruggen, who makes a sliding catch. Just a heavy touch by Mo Salah. You wouldn't expect it. It was an easy pass. Minte is not going to catch that on the left-hand side, is he? He does. Well, he stops it from going out for a throw, but he can't prevent it from going out for a goal kick. What's Mo Salah doing there? Just his touch let him down there. There's Van Dijk who was up with him. And Andy Robertson as well. And I could see what Mo Salah was going to do. With the outside of his left foot, he was trying to lay it out wider, but his touch was poor and he hit it straight. And it just ran straight through to Verbruggen. Headed forward. Costoulas can't bring it down. Robertson was in there. Van Hecker, who's forward now. Welbeck gets a couple of touches. Costoulas again. Kerkez goes down in the box and Costoulas is unfortunately penalised. I didn't think he actually touched Kerkez there or went down. Costoulas claiming his innocence, and I think he's got a case there. Chelsea-Everton game is over. No more goals in that game. 2-0 is the final score to Chelsea. Time is up. There might be another minute to go to be added on. But Alisson's going to drive this long. Down the left-hand side. Robertson can't make that. It's headed forward and out on the halfway line for a throw to Liverpool. They're not going to be any hurry to take this. It's Kerkez now who's looking a bit weary. His legs have gone, by those things, but he goes for the long throw down the line. Volleyed away by Dunk. Van Heck high into the air. Kanate heads it away. Koscielny can't make it, but they come away now. Down Minte down the left-hand side. Jones gets the ball, but he's given it away to Minte. He's got away from Jones well into the box. Going to go for the... He crips it across. It's hooked back and it's McAllister who it hits. And then Robertson coming away down the left-hand side. Plays it inside to Isak. Robertson still has the ball. Gets the ball across to Salah. And Verbruggen's quickly off his line on the edge of his box. Makes a diving catch before it comes out to Mo Salah. And he gets his team underway immediately. But that's the end. And it's 2-0. I think Liverpool will be satisfied with that against a resilient Brighton team. They deserved the win, but Brighton had chances. They certainly had chances and couldn't take them. Ekitike took his, and Liverpool get the 3 points. Let's just see what that does to the tables. Chelsea's win takes them back into fourth for the moment on 28 points. Liverpool's win takes them up to sixth on 26 points. Again, for the moment, because Manchester United have got to play later on. I don't think it affects the bottom so much. Brighton have slipped down to ninth now. They've dropped one place. But that's it. That's it as we've seen it. I hope you've enjoyed the watch along. Thank you for your company, for everybody who supported the channel. Just before you do leave, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. We will appreciate your support as a subscriber, and hit that like button. Just helps the channel grow, which is what we're trying to do. We can't do it without your help. Hit the notification bell if you want to join us for further watch alongs. Be great to see you become a regular supporter of the channel. But until the next one, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon.